Okay, well, since we're try that again. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I am up at Lake Carmi State Park, off-season camping once again. A rather balmy. It's like in the 41, 42 degrees. So not quite winter, but it's it's a little bit chilly. So over my shoulder here, we're gonna go ahead and get this tent set up. So I'll link that partial setup video. I'll put that right up here, and then if you want to watch kind of that whole setup, but I'll bring you back when I get the tent set up, and we'll do a little tour. It's a little bit lighter out today, so all right, hang on. Okay, well, just like magic, campsite's pretty much set up. Got got the fire going, and tent set up. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around and give you a little better view of the tent compared to last time we tried to do this, and the camera didn't work. So all right, let me get this turned around. Got the Nomad right there, some water, got firewood cut up to fit inside of that, the double wall going through. We'll discuss that in just a second. Sleeping bag, sleeping pad, wool blanket, and change of clothes, sort of box of doodads. And I did pick up this light fan combo. Not a bad view. Yeah, I guess we'll leave that on. It's a little bright. Take the glasses so you don't get the reflection. So this is the Pro Series, and the wall down there, that wall can zip up, and I have the bug screening all the way around, so it zips up and you get good airflow. So hopefully we can use that during the summer. But yeah, so far I'm really impressed. We still have that snafu with the D-rings not being sewn in. Great customer service with Aaron and Jim there at Stout Tent. Actually, because of where I live, they were able to pick up the tent, get it back to me in a couple of days, and while not exactly what I wanted for the D-rings, I can make it work. So what they did was we sewed D-rings all the way around the inside, and I can make that work with what I need to for the heat shield if I need to do that. So we'll just keep an eye on the stove and the wall tonight, make sure everything doesn't get too hot. So it's not going to be too cold tonight. It's only going to be down in the 30s. So relatively speaking, for Vermont wintertime, even though it's almost December, so not too bad. So okay, well, I'm gonna get the fire going out there. I'm gonna get my fire going in the stove, and I'll bring you guys back here in a little bit. So let's talk about winter camping, which it's not winter yet, so I've got I just got a good downpour, so that's why I'm inside the tent. Figure I get the fire going a little bit, and wow, the stove works awesome. It is pretty toasty warm in here already, and I got that little fan going. It's on low. It's supposed to run like 30 hours on low, and a couple of D batteries, just to kind of get some of the heat. Heat rises, so kind of get a little bit of that heat. And let me keep doing this with my hand because that makes sense. Just trying to get that airflow in here a little bit, blow the heat down, and yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. So still messing around with this, trying to get the damper and the airflow just right, so I have a nice slow burn. Don't want it going too hot, because then you just burn your wood up too fast. But if you choke it down too much, then you just get a lot of smoke. So it's a lot of trial and error trying to figure this out and get it going. Yeah, it's so far I'm very impressed with this tent. It got really warm in here quickly, which is a wonderful thing. Let me just adjust this damper a little bit. And a little more airflow going here. Whoa, there we go. Okay. So I'm really impressed with this. It's pretty warm in here. It's upper 30s, low 40s out there, and I would say it's probably in the 60s in here easily, which is comfortable. The real test will be later in this winter. If I get out, when I get out and it's we get the single digit or below zero weather, then we'll put the stove and the tent to a test and see just how good it does. So I'm not bushcrafting. I'm not I'm not roughing it at all. So one of the things that one of the mantras that I go by is you make the conditions. Conditions are what you set. I want to be comfortable. That's why I have a 60-pound canvas bell tent. That's why I have a 25-pound stove for camping. I can use this year round. I can be comfortable. Have I camped in a little more rustic? Yeah, I've been out in the middle of winter in a hammock. Had to dig down between the trees to so I could actually string the hammock, and negative 20 below. I got a sleeping bag for that. Was in that hammock all night. It was cozy. But if you don't have to be uncomfortable, why? I mean, I test myself. I've done it. I've gone out with little to nothing camping and been perfectly fine. But conditions are what you make them. If you want to be comfortable, have a good time, not have to worry, then you know what? There's some trade-offs. You may have to. You know what? I got a sled, so I got to lug a 60-pound canvas tent. I'm not going to be going 10 miles in the backwoods using this. So, there's trade-offs on what you want to do and how comfortable you want to be. So one of those is right over there. I have sleep apnea, and I use a CPAP for sleeping. They make these little travel ones. They're like stupid expensive. So I picked up this portable power pack that I'll do a little bit of a review on once I, when I'm home. Do it there. I've tried it out at home. I had to buy a DC plug for my for the CPAP, for the ResMed, and I can go 3 nights using the DC plug without recharging that. So that's a pretty good thing. 3 nights without recharging it. You can also charge it from a wall socket. They make a solar panels that plug into that to charge, and they you can also have use a car, a 12 volt to recharge it. So you got 3 different ways that you can recharge that. I'm only going to be out here for a night. going forward, only be like a night or two, and then I'll be able to go home and charge it, so I'm not too concerned about it. This campground is busy. A lot of hunters, a lot of people walking. But yeah, come out here to kind of be alone, and it's busy. Oh well, not too bad. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get the fire going and crack a mead, and I'll see you guys a little bit. Okay, so I don't really have much choice but to have this blaring light on me because the light that I got from Amazon isn't all that bright, and then this this black spot that you're seeing is the lens of the camera. So my apologies for that, but I just want to get you up to date. So I actually had to open the door in this tent. It was like 85 in here, insanely hot. I've got the stove damped down. It's burning really good, nice and slow. So it'll be interesting to see how long of a burn I get tonight. But yeah, it was like 80 in here. It was. I opened it up, and I've been outside cooking. So and it's dark, so I didn't film any of that. But I am having. Let me show you what I got. I got cheddar wursts and some smashed potatoes over an open fire. You can kind of see that's burning nice and slow. But I am really impressed with the stove in this tent so far. It's phenomenal. Like I said, it was like 80 in here. I was outside, I unzipped, came inside, and it was like just a wall of heat just hit me. It was like, holy crap. So I'm hopeful that when it gets like 0, you know, that it does the same thing. I don't expect it to be 80, but we can get it in the 50s and 60s. I'd be happy with that. So, all right, well, I'm going to eat and enjoy a little bit of this fire burning. Oh, and before we get to the food, just want to give a shout out to, oh, sorry about that reflection. See, can you kind of see that? Wild Hunt from Grow and Fell Meadery. The special batch they made. This stuff is phenomenal. Skull. Good morning. So, gonna be a little bit quiet. I got duck hunters that are right over there. So I don't want to make too much noise, disturb them. They're trying to call in the quackers. So yeah, it was interesting night. So let me wake up here a little bit, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, well, welcome back. Let me turn the blower down a little bit. All right, so it's the morning after, and I'm pretty much picked up. Yeah, it was an interesting night. The tent and the stove performed amazing. At one point, I actually had to open up the front flaps because it was like 80 in the tent. Granted, it wasn't that cold, relatively speaking. It was, you know, in the mid 30s last night, so it wasn't too cold. But yeah, it performed flawlessly, amazing. So yeah, highly recommend Stout Tent, and I'll put a link down below to their website, so you can go check them out. I know they're off for like the next month or so, and took a little while to get the tent, but well worth it. Well worth it. So, full disclosure, I did not spend the night in the tent. Probably about 11 o'clock last night, and well, actually a little bit earlier than that. I was settled in, and it's deer season, it's duck season, and I think it's goose season here in Vermont. So there's a lot of hunters around. There's a lot of shots around yesterday. And then last night, probably around 9 o'clock, the coyotes started yipping. But they were way off. So I was like, yeah, okay. Then probably about 10:30 or so, I mean, I could hear them off and on. But probably around 10:30 or so, they started getting real close. And I had them yipping on other sides of the tent. They were up over here, then they were down over there, and back and forth. And I know it's an irrational fear, but when you have a bunch of them yipping, it's just freaky as hell. So I'm pretty close to home, so I grabbed a couple things and went home. That's not the only reason. The other reason was the sleeping pad that I have. It's a Big Agnes sand mountain, is uncomfortable as hell. Oh my god. It's only 20 inches wide, so I need to look at getting a different sleeping pad. So yeah, so I went home, got about 6 hours sleep, got up early, came back, and broke down, and yeah. Overall, it was a pretty good first run. Waiting for, once this starts getting a little bit colder, I can come back and really give it a good workout as far as seeing how it holds up with the real cold. So I figure we'll end this video with a little bit of a driving tour of Lake Carmi State Park. And if you want to come to Vermont, follow the quarantine rules. And state parks are free to use during the off season. So if you want to do any camping, any winter camping, you want to come hike, fishing, all that stuff. But yeah, state parks in the off season are free to use. You just need to register 3 days ahead of time. Let them know when you're coming, how many people are going to be in your party, your vehicle, all that stuff, and then you can use the state parks. So enjoy this little driving tour of Lake Carmi, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, well, since instead of just doing a driving tour, I'm going to get out and show you the lean-to that we just pulled into. It is one of the few in here that are actually designated as handicap. So let's get out, take a look, and I'll show you what one of the prime sites and lean-tos look like. Let's go. Oh, a couple of red squirrels are not happy. Oh well. So this is the elm lean-to. Yeah, has a ramp. Directly right on the waterfront. Has an extended picnic table. Fire ring. There's another lean-to. There's a look at it right there. And then if you look out, when we first started, were way over there on the other side. Lake Carmi looks pretty good in the fall. Hunters have been here, leaving their shotgun shells. So yeah, so that's one of the lean-tos, and there's parking, additional parking right across the road for the site. So yeah, all right, we're gonna finish the little driving loop, and hope you guys enjoyed this. So. As always, I appreciate, I'm up to 58 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys watching and subscribing. And as always, if you found this video useful, helpful, give me the old thumbs up and, like, comment, all that fun stuff for the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video.